Hello and welcome to a very special Peak merch. We're here at Disney Springs looking for a new category of merch we've only touched on peripherally called, that's right, meta merch. I've got a boozy frozen Dole Whip here, and I'm here with a very special guest, the famous slinger of syllables, the word nerd herself, Mrs. Jessica Ferris, modeling Millionaire Shortbread from the basket. That's the Wine Bar George. Oh, that's the Wine Bar George pop-up. How is it?
Oh my gosh.
Good? Mm-hmm. All right, folks.
Better than what I got in Connecticut.
Better than Connecticut. Well, that's no surprise. We're on the hunt for meta merch. We're on the hunt for merch from weird flagship stores. Anything not branded to super tacky, oversaturated IP that I can get in a Target, I'm really here for. And you're here for the merch too. So you are watching Peak Merch. Let's go. All right, Jess, where are we going next?
We're at Gideon's Beehive, which is...
Gideon's Bakehouse?
It says Beehive right there.
Oh, yeah. They're doing like a march. So they have a theme every month.
Honey themed, I see. So everything is a little honey themed. I'm excited in particular about the banana bread chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, that's a classic.
There's a lot of, I don't know how to say, honey themed beverages, like the Beehive cold brew, and I'm probably under caffeinated at the moment, but I need to sleep tonight.
I'm thinking of that too, so I don't know, we can always split one, whatever. I also want to note here, can you flip around to the cover? So they have a different one of these every season, and they do these limited merch runs of sort of the Edward Gorey style, like weird demon child characters. You're going to see some cult bookstore theming. This is a themed experience, not just a bakehouse. So, and the cookies are very good. They're styled after the Levain cookies from New York. You know, those big fatties. So I would say it's like that kind of cookie. They're big. Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna get several to help me survive the week.
Yes, Jess is lead on a very important work function that will go unnamed because of the separation of church and state.
But I'm also going to Disney afterwards, so that'll be fun.
Heck yeah! Who won the Super Bowl here? And so I'm not sure if this is picking up, but this is actually an example right here of meta merch. The Spirit jersey, if you look. There's mini ears right there, right on the thing. So meta merch in action. There we go. All right, so we're almost in here to Gideon's Cookies, Cakes, and Curiosities. And if you're wondering, the Curiosities are merch. Thank you. Oh yeah. Did somebody say light theming? Don't threaten me with a good time. So these must be the curiosities that Gideon kept talking about. All right, first impressions.
This is incredible. This is exactly what I was looking for. I didn't even know Disney had a bar or any offering like this. It's dark in exactly the same way that my soul.
Oh, I see some wordplay on the wall.
Here lies very power. Incredible.
And describe the smell to us as well.
Oh my God! You're suffused with cookie smell, and then we've got these lovely cakes over here. But definitely, like chocolate chip cookies is the first thing that smacks you in the face. I'm not even sure if it's the actual cookies or they are like injecting this with additional smell.
I think you're right. I think it's smell pods or something. All right.
It's both. I think it's a combo.
All right, time warp Jess here because it was way too dark in Gideon's for me to show you their great merch spread. So here's what I picked up, and as you look at the bag that they give you to carry your cookies out, you'll also notice that this young person is carrying the very bag they are depicted on, and then within that bag is another set of bags, and then within that set of bags is another set of bags. So pardon the blur, but this Russian nesting doll metaphor really symbolizes what I mean by meta merch. Merch about merch about merch. More on that when we resume our trip to Disney Springs. But here's my Gideon's haul. So I did get a sticker for the Beehive Boy. There he is. This guy came in my cookie pack. They give you a collectible trading card. So I got Thaddeus Bubbo I also got a Gideon's Bakehouse, oh, where is it? Here it is, a Gideon's Bakehouse air freshener that smells like vanilla crumb cake apparently and lasts for a long time. And then I also got the limited pin, again, the beehive, they call it Gideon's Beehive this season for March. So I got the yellow Gideon's collectible pin. All in all, great merch haul at Gideon's, love it. And now we resume our regularly scheduled trip to Disney Springs. Alright, I'm now in time warp mode, but still at Disney Springs and eating at Eat Manit Chauhan. It's a modern Indian fast casual place. It's right by the market entrance to Springs, and it's never that crowded because, let's face it, the average Disney guest's taste and other cultural cuisine is not super advanced or high, but this place is delicious, and they have merch. We'll hop inside. Yeah, lots of good merch here at Eat. I love this elephant dancing. Pretty good. And Manit Chauhan has a cookbook here as well. It says there's some pins, but I don't see any pins. I'm going to EET and maybe get a pin after. I'll report back. Alright, and they do have some nice pins here. They're about $10 each, so I think we'll grab one for Hannah and one for me. I try to tell people that Eat is the best fast casual restaurant at Disney Springs. Nobody listens. People come here, they just want chicken fingers and fries, which I also get, but this tandoori chicken poutine is bomb. Better than from the poutine stand elsewhere on the property, by the way. And they also do a dahi puri, like a DIY dahi puri, and like a ton of the traditional chaats or Indian street food, but I'm going fusion today. I need my comfort food. Pray for me. Alright, and the hunt for meta merch resumes in earnest. Jess was with me when we originally went into the flagship Disney store here, World of Disney, and I captured so much great riffing and content with her, and the slow-mo setting was on for all of it. So there was no audio, everything was 10 minutes long and none of it worked. So yeah, I'm going in again. I'm gonna try to retrace my steps, but first I want to show you meta merch epitomized, what I'm talking about, what I'm looking for, and what I know because I already did, going to snag. So yeah, we'll hop inside. So Disney didn't invent nice enamel pins, and they may not have invented pin trading, but they're saying this year is the 25th anniversary of pin trading, and as such, there's a very special line of pins available exclusively at Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and maybe a few online. So yeah, I want to show them to you, and I will explain meta merch. Behold, meta merch. These Disney pins for the 25th anniversary of pin trading feature your beloved Disney characters trading pins themselves. There's Mickey trading Treasure Cat, a 25th anniversary pin, and a third one that I can't make out, maybe Baymax. There's Stitch trading Donald, the 25th anniversary, and a magic lamp. Chip and Dale, no, that's Baymax, and a teacup. Donald. They're hard to see in the glare, but you get the idea. Merch within merch, pins about trading pins. This is it. This is meta merch. It ain't that hard. And then there's also this one, letting people know you trade pins. And there's also one of Mickey with the 25 on it. I'll find it and show it to you later if we can't find it here in the store. I'm glad I snagged one earlier, actually, because these things do fly off the shelves fairly quickly, and I think that's the only pin you can't get online, the one that features Mickey and the 25 and the logo for the anniversary. So yeah, meta merch, Disney pins. I got one more thing to show you. And you know what? If you can't find the 25th Mickey pin at Disney Springs, they've got a ton of them at the airport in Terminal C. That's a limited. You can't even get that sucker online, so this might be the place to get it. And of course, they've got all the other 25th anniversary pins here, too. Some other things that stick out. I guess this is a test track pin with the Mickey ears. Currently under refurb, but I'm not mad about it. This pin is really cute, Boat Tours. It's for Small World. A couple of Small World pins, it looks like.
Sure did.
And, oh, some Soarin'. I love that there's ride attraction pins here at the airport. How cool is that? Pretty nifty. And for 35 bucks, you can get this anniversary pin trading bag. It comes with a commemorative charm there. And yeah, I'll show you the lining of mine later because you can't open these till you buy them. But it's got a bunch of nice little sleeves. It's got some layouts with the logo and the anniversary on it. And yeah, it's incredibly overpriced, like everything here. But if you're a completionist, if you're getting all 8 of the 25th anniversary pins and the $35 bag, you're looking at about 160 bucks for the collection. So when these do eventually become unavailable, if you're looking on the aftermarket for them, keep that in mind. That's about retail, I'd say, for 8 pins at $15 plus a $35 bag. Somebody check my math. Anyway, meta merch. Let's keep moving. And here's some non-anniversary pins. I want to point out how many there are for the Tower of Terror, a beloved attraction and now an icon, really, of Hollywood studios. But you'll notice that none of them say Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and that's intentional. That's because the Twilight Zone licensing expired several years ago, so if you can find Tower of Terror merch that says Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, it's a lot more coveted. That said, I think some of these are pretty cute. I like the Donald with the luggage and the out of order. I like the Tip Top Club. That's the club in the lore. And when they do the events at Hollywood Studio, they'll set up a Tip Top Club bar. So yeah, pretty cool. The bugged out Stitch bellhop is pretty cool too. Here's a Phantasmic pin. And then there's one with the whole icon. So the park icons, the all 4 are cool too. And you know, I got a soft spot for these Muppet babies. Of course, I'm only human. So yeah, good spread all around. We'll keep moving. Not exactly meta merch, but park exclusive stuff. There's a whole section on transportation ride vehicles here at World of Disney, and I'm all about it. I collected an anniversary monorail toy. I have one of Mickey and Minnie on the People Mover. I have one of Rocket and Groot on Cosmic Rewind. I have one of the Ratatouille vehicle, but this is traditionally, the ride vehicles themselves are something you see more of at the Japanese Disney parks. They love making ride vehicles into little wind-up or rollback toys. So to see Disney do these is pretty cool. The monorail set a lot of people had issues with. They said that the little foldy accordion things would snap off. Mine went instantly in a case, but you can see the parking lot tram here. This is a bigger monorail set than the one I was describing, but I do like that it's remote controlled, and I do like that it has the wrap, like the graphics on the side. This bad boy is 150 bucks, but it's a whole ride train, I guess, for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the trackless dark ride at Hollywood Studios. And look, do I miss the great movie ride? Of course, but I think if you have the dough or you want to spoil the hell out of your kid, this is a pretty good way to do it. And then there's a play set here for the Disney Railroad as well. Now the Disney Cruise Line, I don't know, pretty silly if you ask me, but let's just look at this last side and see if there's anything else we missed. We already saw the parking lot tram. This is the monorail toy I was describing. I guess it wasn't for the 50th. A lot of people have issues with this toy. I like it. It is very delicate. I'd say if you take it out of the box at all, put it in a case right away. It's not meant to be played with by your kid or put in their mouth. And then, yeah, more Disney transportation. So this is a pretty cool section. Not quite meta merch, but in-universe, hyper niche, hyper local, regional merch from, you know, a nameless, faceless corporation. So, yeah, we'll keep moving. Alright, so Loungeflies. These are stylish little mini backpacks. The company Loungefly is owned by Funko Pop. They also have a retail chain called Box Lunch, but they're all around 75 to 85 bucks. Some of them are flocked, like this poo I'm looking at, and they all have like a nice lining. It's all IP driven. This is the Loungefly wall. There's a ton of them, and new ones every time I come. I think the Thanos Power Glove is not new, and some of these Marvel ones aren't, but you can tell the one on the left is for Falcon Winter Soldier. I'm sorry, for Brave New World, for the new Captain America. So this is the Marvel section. Star Wars. There's Grogu, also known as Baby Yoda, or BY in the bottom right. The Coco one's pretty handsome. This must be our Pixar wall. Oh yeah, there's Baymax. I've seen him here before. Look at how the arms open up and kind of clasp in. It's super cute. Now, I want you to guess, because when I was here with Jess, she was really in the market for a Loungefly, and she wound up picking one. And as we do this tour, I want you to guess which one you think Jess wound up leaving with. I'm not going to reveal the answer. I'll let her show you. But, what do you think? Which one did Jess pick? Well, the villains one is cool. Aw. Ruined Tigger. Yeah, as you can see, this is a huge business. This is kind of the trendiest accessory to get, and they're pretty expensive. I mean, I don't know anybody who has more than one except for like vloggers and people who make a living doing this crap. So, yeah, that's Loungeflies for ya. I have a Wally Loungefly that I got a while back, and I love it. But which one do you think Jess got? I'm going to cut in a clip with her later, and we'll check in with her and see which one she got. Alright, so last night we crapped out. I was showing you this Loungefly in Disney Springs. Jess did get the Loungefly. Why'd you settle on this one again?
So this is one of two Pirates of the Caribbean Loungeflies. I have eyed this one for several years and finally decided to pull the trigger. My favorite type of Loungefly and my favorite type of merch in general is like the classic park attractions. So like the Tiki Room items, the Jungle Cruise, the Pirates of the Caribbean. And Pirates of the Caribbean is ultimately like, honestly, my favorite ride. Probably the one in Disneyland though.
The long one.
Mm-hmm, exactly. The longer one with the bigger drop. But I like this one because it doesn't have too much that can get damaged. Pieces won't fall off. It's nice and sturdy, and I like the subtle map design.
The map is nice. Cool. All right, thank you. And I got to admit, I love the presence that Sorcerer Mickey has on a lot of the Disney merch, especially the most magical place on Earth line. That's what they call Disney World compared to the happiest place on Earth, which is Disneyland. But yeah, you know, Sorcerer Mickey was kind of an icon of Hollywood Studios when it had the Sorcerer Mickey's cap, and then of course when Fantasmic opened, Sorcerer Mickey remained a presence there, but then for a while he kind of vanished on a lot of the Disney merch, so it's cool to see him back. And it looks like there's some dedicated Fantasia stuff with him as well, this Fantasia tumbler. I wonder if there's any other Fantasia merch. I saw a Fantasmic pin, but I decided to hit pause on the pins after my 25th anniversary acquisition. So yeah, I'm just going to take one more lap here, see what we can find, and we'll probably take it home from there. A light up pillow. Can you even believe it? Now I've truly seen everything. And these also have embroidered on the other side, the most magical place on Earth. Super cute. I'm a fan. And yeah, I don't know, I own a couple Spirit jerseys. I don't really see the appeal, but I got to admit, this graphic, which seems new for this year, this season, is pretty handsome. They've got it on the Spirit jersey, but then they've also got some ears of it, and then they've also got a license plate frame with the same graphic as well. Oh yeah, and they've also got the graphic on a snow globe. They've also got the graphic on a photo frame, and finally on a large throw blanket. This is what they do when they release a line of something that exists in multiple forms and multiple timelines and multiple realities, so we'll keep moving. If you had to guess, what would you say is the ugliest jersey of all time? You ready? Boom, there it is. Lord knows I've got far too much plush for a grown man, but I've really got to say, this Kermit here, Kermit Cuddles, is pretty cute. And I guess it's called Cuddles because you can like spoon it. But it's $44.99. The cost of intimacy with Kermit.
Yeah, somebody was unexpectedly. Just a little nice twirl. Beauty and the Beast.
I do want to point out that while you can't really get much or any Blues Brothers merch at Universal Studios, despite that's where the Blues Brothers show is, Dan Aykroyd and his stake, at least one-time stake in House of Blues, has left an indelible imprint, and the Blues Brothers is part of the classic House of Blues branding. So you can still get, here it is, you can still get a lot of Blues Brothers stuff here at the House of Blues. There used to just be a classic one with their sort of silhouetted faces and their ties, and it just said House of Blues. I'll see if I can find it, otherwise we'll keep moving. Okay, I didn't find that one, but I found this one, which wasn't out. And then there's another one that just kind of has them doing the tap dance thing, and it says we're getting the band back together. So, yeah, those are pretty cool. I don't know, if they have any pins, I'll probably get one. Otherwise, I think I'm spent here. This looks like a piece of the car, though. Huh? I wonder if it's screen used. Okay, I did find a Blues Brothers pin, a House of Blues pin, with the license plate. It says Myrtle Beach, but you know what? It's still pretty cool, so I think I'm going to have to snag it. I really do appreciate Disney Springs being here. I like not having to pay anything, and being able to sort of get a little bit of the Disney theming, the Disney magic. Of course, you wind up spending something here anyway, Nature of the Beast. But it's a lot less than a day ticket to a park these days. And yeah, it's a good way to get your kind of Disney Springs, your Disney yayas, and have some tasty bites along the way. So I hope this gave you a good understanding of meta merch, what it is, why it's cool. We looked at some new things for the season. And yeah, we're going to have so many more fun adventures on this channel. There will be much more meta merch to be had, so please keep watching, keep sharing, and thank you, because I've been Jess, you've been patient, and you've just watched Peak Merch. See ya!